females, stop comparing yourself with others. You have your own journey.
Marianna wears multiple hats, serving as the country manager for tech and startup at Seed Group. She is a visionary founder and CEO at Tech. Marianna is not only an accomplished tech and startup leader, but also a staunch advocate of women empowerment. Her dedication to this cause is evident through her various initiatives and leadership roles, which aim to uplift and support women in technology and leadership platforms. Serving as the director of Women in Big Data Dubai, this role allows her to influence and advocate for women in an industry that has historically been male-dominated. Her efforts encourage women to pursue careers in data-related fields, helping to bridge the gender gap. She equips women with the knowledge and skills they need to succeed in the tech and startup world. Visualization and manifestation, do you practice it?
I practice females have strong ability to manifest.
One thing that you want to tell every woman. Welcome to Self-Discovery Podcast, where we talk about topics concerning mindfulness, spirituality, overcoming fears and failures, creating the right mindset, and speaking to leaders in different fields throughout the world about their success as well as their failure stories, where you can gain the experience without having to go through those failures. I'm delighted today to welcome on my show an inspiration in the world of entrepreneurship, innovation, female leadership with our extraordinary guest, Marianna. How are you doing today?
I'm great, thank you so much. I'm very excited to be here and to talk about female empowerment, technology, and the future of our world.
This is the first time we will be talking about something that most people don't talk about, which is about women and their gender bridge, the gender gap, which we see in most of the industries and mostly in tech because it has been always a male-dominated industry. The first question here is that, in your view, what does women empowerment mean? And why is it important for a society as a whole?
Let's start with the data. So the data said that basically the same educated women and men, the even more professionalism from the women's side, usually women will be paid less and will have less position. So basically, psychologically, women don't believe in themselves as much as men do. So it's about support. It's about making them believe on themselves, and it's about helping them to open up their talents.
Women empowerment, like for you, when you started your journey, did you face any kind of barriers or this kind of discrimination for that matter, or even the questioning your self-worth when you entered an industry which is male dominated, or a lot of men who are the deciding factors? What did you face?
Honestly saying, it depends on the markets. In the markets where I grew up, I wouldn't say, I would be completely honest that I faced some tremendous, difficulties, and basically women are open up to work and to contribute as much as possible. Another thing that I had huge problems inside of me, huge barriers inside of me. That's the main thing. Women face huge concerns inside of them. They don't believe once again in themselves. They don't really know what they want. Sometimes it takes too long to achieve some goals, and so on and so on. So basically, I would say that the real struggle is inside of the female.
So it is mostly in us rather than the environment that we are in. Can you highlight some of the fundamental principles and strategies that contribute to women empowerment? Like, what is required for a woman to be empowered? No matter her background or the ethnicity or the place that she comes from or the industry that she is, what is it that she needs to follow to bring herself up in society?
First thing is self-knowledge. So any woman should spend some time for better understanding herself. Who is she? What is her talent? And so on and so on. Self-work is something that she needs to do. Another thing that she has to set the right goals. You know, sometimes our goals exceed our expectations. Sometimes they are too hard to reach, and it also leads us for frustration. And also I would say that to find some mentor or someone who is more experienced in your field.
So here you have mentioned 3 things that are really important. Though you have made it so simple, they are very, very powerful, because most of the time people lack direction. They don't even know what they are good at. They see somebody else and they say that, listen, if he's doing that, I will also do it. But the journeys are different, the talents are different, the strengths are different. So first is identify your strength. The second is that create goals in your life, not like a massive milestone, something which you believe in, which is achievable, okay? And the third and the most important thing, which Marianna has said here, is mentorship. Basically a coach, in that platform of your interest, who has achieved some kind of reputation and credibility and can show you at least the beginning of your path. Okay, so let's take up, did you, being a woman, face challenges in your journey in the tech world?
Yeah, I would say like that. I had some successes in my tech career, and when I faced my successes, some of the people in the tech world wouldn't believe it. Like, why it happened? Is it fair enough that it happened? And so on. So the success and happy times that you have are not welcome to everyone. They don't fully accept the idea that female in the tech world can be so successful.
Just for them to initially digest the fact that somebody who is not from our fraternity of manhood, okay, can be so successful and intelligent and knowledgeable in this field. First was that barrier that you crossed. What was the second one?
Second one, I would say it's a continuous problem of pushing all of the projects in terms of uncertainty. And for the female mindset, it's quite complicated, because we usually love to see some, sort of understanding of safety. Once you're always dealing with uncertainty, and in the tech world, it's always uncertainty. You have to change your mindset. So again, you come to the understanding that you have to work on yourself.
In adaptability, probably going out of your comfort zone. In this journey of yours, okay, how much have you worked on yourself through guidance and intuition and through logic? Like, what is your take on it? Which one is higher?
That's an amazing question, because I'm personally a completely intuitive person. I know a lot about logic and so on, but generally I use my intuition a lot, and I trust my intuition much more. The superpower that everyone has an intuition.
Yes.
I believe in that, and I think this is the strength.
The sixth sense, and the more you develop it, actually the more it guides you. The more it gives you the answers that you're seeking for. Here, what are the 3 things you will advise women who are trying to change or start something post 30s? Till 30 they keep dabbling, hustling, okay? And then they realize that no, we wasted so much of time, okay? So I should start something more substantial, long lasting, okay? Something which gives us that visibility. So what would you suggest them?
Very common for women. Sometimes they work, they're visible, but don't get so much satisfaction. So the first thing I usually recommend is to stop. Stopping yourself is also an important part of the journey. Once you stop yourself and give yourself some time for, again, self-discovery, it's said that in the world exists every opportunity that you would imagine and you would like. The problem is for you to understand what you really want. Also, in most of the ways and opportunities, there are 2 coins. There are something good and there is something maybe that we don't like as much. It will never be easy. You have to be able to push forward.
It should be worth it, because life is never easy. It should be worth it, what you're doing. Okay? So this, I would like to highlight here what you have said. Okay? Basically what you are saying is that we need to, if we are not finding what we love doing, okay, and we want to rebuild ourselves, we need to take a step back, introspect, find our strength, work on that, and then believe in it and go ahead, because pros and cons will be there in every field, but we need to choose what we love the most and we need to work on it. You have worked so much for women and you understand, you know, their barriers, because there's a certain period of their life they go through a lot of responsibilities, you know, which are not work related. It is related to their personal life, but it somehow hampers their work career. And it's like if someone is ambitious, okay, it is not taken positively. This is your priority, not your work. So you have worked with so many women who go through a lot of barriers in life. So how do you feel that an increased number of women in the work area, that is in tech, because you're dealing with people there, how will it change the dynamics in the mindset of women as well as men?
The dynamic is changing basically because more job openings are in tech. Once it's backed up with statistics and data and research, we will have much clearer understanding. Because, for example, there are already some information that is saying that actually, who said that females are less better in math than men? Because generally we have the same brain. We don't have such difficulties as a women to do math actually, you know. And once we have more researchers, once we have more statistics, it really help on the level of society to shift minds of people and understand that yes, we can do that, and our brain is no less impressive.
Yes, absolutely. It is equally functionable, okay, in every direction, no matter it is maths or otherwise, okay. So I'm sure, you know, whoever has made this research, okay, was a man, you know, that's why it is on the side that women are not good, you know. It has come out of a research and the researcher, I'm sure, is a man doing it. So it is absolutely, see, times are changing. We see, you know, women involvement everywhere, and we see that, you know, they are equally contributing and sometimes much more, because it is not just something that they are handling just work, they are also handling their families, they're also handling, you know, their upbringing, and it is, things have become normal in a way that, you know, being single is normal, being married is equally normal. So it is, you know, times are changing, thought process is changing, though, you know, there's a lot more to move forward to, but, you know, when it comes to people like you who are already contributing so much and giving that inspiration and the education to women as such, okay, so I'm sure, you know, we are going to fill up that gap really soon. So, you know, you handle women issues, you are educating women in terms of coming forward and taking on this role, and you're also educating them in terms that, you know, tech is not difficult, you know, it is easy and you can make a mark on this. So when you're doing all these things, how much time do you have in terms of self-care or your balance of life?
Sometimes not much time, but generally my understanding is that self-care is very important. So we have to start with ourselves. If I can help myself, why should I be able to give some advices for some other female? So starting with ourselves is fundamental. I usually try to find some time to spend with myself. I love a lot to be with myself. Basically, I always try to find some time.
Beautiful, because self-care starts with being yourself with first, and then going ahead and then, you know, engaging with energies, other energies, you know, I would say. Okay, so it is really important. Now, what support systems and resources do women entrepreneurs need to thrive, and how can society and institutions, like you are also working with them closely and you are associated with many you know, organizations who are bringing up women, okay, as leaders, or trying to build that education to them. So what do you think are required from organizational point of view for women to come up more and to be more in the forefront?
So what we see now that most of the companies and have some quotas on the amount of females. And this is actually great because once there is a strict demand to attract women, then organization become more flexible itself. Once the organizations understand the importance of attracting females, it will change. And in my perspective, females has different point of view in things. And for example, if you are creating a program and you are doing it only with the man, you will have one side direction. Once there is a woman, she always gives some new insights. Having a women in organization will help to boost this organization actually.
So basically, they should be heard, and their opinions should be taken, not just because it will not give a one-sided perspective. It is going to take overall perspective and newer perspective, and not the age-old, the system that is running. True. So what sort of self-talk should women incorporate in their daily life? Because you have mentioned that they should believe in themselves. So what do you think is the self-talk that is lacking in them and they should incorporate in themselves?
Most of the females, they look at outer world, someone doing this, someone doing this, someone successful in this. Stop comparing yourself with others. You have your own journey, you have your own timing. And I face this issue too, and I always back myself to the understanding that we are on our own self-journey. Space yourself, giving time yourself, giving encouragement yourself, and actually believing in your success as well. Sometimes women, they don't believe in their own success. If you don't believe for existing of that point, it's really hard to come to that point.
True. So, do you practice manifestation? Do you know that visualization and manifestation? Do you practice it in your life? Have you seen, because you said you're intuitive?
For visualization techniques and manifestation, basically I use. I'm experienced with different techniques, I would say. When I was much younger, I had a visualization card on my wall printed, and I would say that basically there are different instruments. Kind of the seed you put in yourself and the instruments can be different. Someone prefers to pray, someone prefers to meditate, and so on and so on. It depends on yourself, on what works on you. I practice different things. I mean, generally, I believe that we are connected with the world. I believe that we as humans much more powerful than we think. Females, we have strong ability to manifest things in our lives.
Because females are very visual. We don't try to control, the situations. And we are very visual, we are very trusting. We believe that, things will happen and we have that faith, okay? Because of which the manifestations are very fast. Whoever does it, it is not just female, they have that innate nature in them, but whoever does this with these kind of, intention and attributes, the manifestation is fast. People who think that they control the process, or they're controlling their life or people's life around, it's very difficult for them to not think logically and go ahead and think magically, so there's that difference. So females believe in magic more. That's why the intuitive process works. Yes. Here I would like to know a few things about your achievements that you have done, that you are extremely really content and fulfilled with, like really happy with it.
One of the things actually is maybe my book, my coming book. Now I'm in the process of finishing the book that I'm writing for females around the world. And this book is about how to be in a career world for a female nowadays. So it gives you a broad understanding of different topics, and this book will be available this year. So this is something I'm very excited about. The title of the book is The Tao of Female Career.
I want to tell our viewers, okay, you must go ahead and grab a copy of this, because Marianna has immense experience in bringing women's strength forward to an industry, or industries for that matter, where they were initially invisible. Okay, so she has gone ahead and she has made so much of contribution, bringing up women, addressing their concerns and creating their strengths to the forefront and bringing courage in them and self-belief through which they are being respected for the work that they are doing. This round, Marianna, will be a rapid fire round. It's a very easy breezy kind of a round, okay? And I would like to ask you here a few things. So one thing of life, okay, that you have learned that you want to tell every woman.
Basically, I would recommend for every woman believe in themselves, but that's something that we all lack.
Absolutely. One book that you think people can get inspired from. The book that is coming up, absolutely your book. We will be reading it. But besides that, what is one book or a movie that you derived inspiration from while you were on the path of your journey?
The book, The Biology of Good and Evil. In this book, you will really find lots of comparisons of our society.
Because you're in the tech field and you're also in AI field, okay, I'd like to ask you here, that is the fear real that AI is going to take up a lot of jobs?
Women who is into AI and who is into tech don't have so much fear. I think the fear comes from the outer world. So there are still lots of progress needs to be done in order for AI to take fully some jobs.
The fear is not to be feared of. It is in the mind, and it needs to, because there will be new innovations that is coming in. At the same time, even jobs will be innovated in a way. Just be open to learning. That is what is required. Yes, right. So one superpower that you want to have in your life at present?
I have so many different projects and energies and everything going on around me. So sometimes I really want to stop the time. All of that. Sometimes I want to stop all.
Just relax. Just relax with yourself. Yeah. Right. Okay. So money or fame?
Fame.
Are you a morning person or a night owl? As in, when do the ideas come in?
I'm a night owl.
What is more important? Hard work, skill set, or smart work?
Smart work.
Career or love? If you could choose just one.
I would choose love.
Okay. Expertise or hustle?
Expertise.
If you could do a totally different profession right now, as in if you have that power to change it and build something up, would you choose anything different?
Maybe I will switch for creating robots.
Netflix and chill or outdoorsy? Which one are you?
Outdoors.
Do you plan your time, your life?
Basically, some of the things, of course, happen spontaneously. I put everything in my calendar. I'm the planning person. I plan everything. And then I enjoy the non-planning things as well.
So you have a balance of both, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So Marianna, I have actually seen your beliefs, and I have understood that what you are going through, what are the beliefs that you have in your life which has made you who you are today. Okay, so like I said, I'll be reading out your beliefs, and let me tell you something, it's really good, okay? You have very positive beliefs. You have that belief that you can turn dreams into reality, so you strongly believe in this. You also believe that you are quite lucky. That's such a positive belief to have. You feel that you are very lucky and you're likable and lovable. You have this energy and aura in you, and a belief that's really strong, that you are accepted, you're likable, you can receive love and give love at the same time. This is one belief that many people are missing in their life. That is the reason why they feel they will get rejections, whenever they go ahead and approach people. But you have overcome that, and you are naturally aligned to loving yourself. Your self-love is really strong. I feel if you have got a lot of success, how you're going to balance your life and manage it. So again, you overcome this belief because you have a very positive self-talk, so it hasn't stopped your progress. You have the ability to protect your loved ones, and you are very, very loving towards the people who are close to you. Family is really important for you. Peace is another aspect which is very important for you.
It sounds fantastic. And it is completely true. It's true.
Yes, it is. It is true because it is you. For you, peace is very important to work. Actually, harmony, peace, and good environment of support, love. These kind of things resonate with you a lot. So you're a soul who is very protective for the people you work with. Okay, and for basically your family, your person you love, you're very protective about them, and this is something that gives you a sense of strength. Your family, your friends, your circle of inner circle that you have in your life, it gives you a sense of strength, and you're a good advisor to people. You advise people really well. Okay, and people come to you, actually they trust you, that Marianna, what should I do, because they know that you listen to them, and they really love coming to you for advice of any sort it can be. Yes, no, please.
Thank you. I didn't expect that.
True. So, we are at the end of our conversation here. Okay. First of all, it was so empowering and beautiful because people talking about women empowerment. I really like it. And I have myself broken many barriers and gone ahead and achieved and still going in the path of my passion. So I can understand that following a passion takes you many years ahead in your life. Okay, no matter what age you start, it doesn't matter. So this conversation that I have had with you and the viewers that will listen to this will derive a lot of motivation in following their path. First, identification, like you said, then self-belief, and then following it, taking action towards it. Okay, so this also goes along with visualization. This is what you have mentioned. So it will go a long way with them, and I really thank you. I'm really happy that you came in my show and and created this inspirational journey. And I'm telling you, all the women who are trying to find your path, you need to read her book. Her book would be releasing soon. We will be uploading when it is releasing. Okay, go ahead, read her book, and you will get a lot of inspiration from it. Yes. So Marianna, I hope you liked the conversation that you had with me today.
I like it a lot. I'm very proud of what you are doing. It's not an easy thing, I think, to run the podcast. It requires a deep understanding of the persons you're inviting and everything. So I'm really thinking you are doing fantastic on that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing this. I think I'm looking forward for your all other podcast wired with other persons. Thank you so much for the reading, for the energy reading.
Great. Thank you so much, Marianna. It's lovely interviewing you. Thank you so much.